It's 4:20 a.m. headed to the Death Canyon trailhead to have a go at Buck Mountain. The mule doing its job and delivering me to the actual trailhead. These roads are in rough condition. Most of the real trailhead roads are not maintained. So in the van, I've had several instances where I've had to add a few miles and up to 1,000 feet of gain to an already tough climb because I had to park well away from the main trailhead. But with the mule, we just keep on going. Time to climb. I am a big proponent of light is right in alpine climbing. And I wear lightweight running shoes on the approach up to where I put on my mountain boots. And if you'll notice, I walked around that corner trying to make noise, so to make sure there wasn't a bear hiding behind that rock, and then I looked easily as I walked around the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, this is some sketch business. I'm in Stewart Draw, about to cross the creek, about to cross the drainage, and this is ultimate grizzly bear country, or moose, either one. Oh, by the way, this stuff out here, you don't go anywhere without it. That'd be your bear deterrent pepper power. Oh, bear! Oh! Oh, bear! Very fresh, very fresh. Tetons are grizzly country, man. You know, black bears here, are here too, but there's several grizzly with cubs, and they're all tagged, and they, generally speaking, they know their location, but you never know out here. But man, I'm trying to find this crossing to this drainage, and I decided to come back up on the ridge a little bit to get away from that noisy river so I could make noise and the bear would hear me. I don't really see an option but for wet feet. You look at the Tetons from the Alpine Valley, and it looks like it's just a little, 100 yards from the edge of the plains or the valley floor. There's quite a bit of woodline to walk through, for sure. Yeah, very interesting situation here, no doubt. Oh, bear! Buck Mountain is not like the Grand and Tewanot, where you have a well-defined access. We're coming out of Timberline now. About 9,000 feet. You can see just more avalanche debris. I mean, this was a good avalanche shoot here, for sure. A lot of debris, good views. Pro tip for you: whenever you see a stream running under an ice pack or a snow pack, and I've seen this so many times in Colorado, people going out there to look at it, never, ever, ever walk on snow with water running under it like this. You fall through, you're in that tunnel of water until it decides to spit you out the bottom, or it doesn't, one of the two. There she blows, the summit of Buck Mountain. That's cool. It's a good sign. I hadn't gone into mountain boots and crampons yet because we still have a little ways to go, but that is very nicely consolidated snow. It's very common to get off trail in these big mountains. It's not a big deal. The thing to keep in mind in mountains like this is just stay calm. You know, when you read the beta for the climb before you begin, I store everything in an iPhone. I take pictures of my guidebook pages, put them in my iPhone, but I also read them multiple times so that if something happens to the iPhone, and I have a little Mophie charger with me as well to recharge my iPhone, but if something happens to my iPhone, I've still pretty much memorized the route. And you know, major features like this is Stewart Draw. We came into Death Canyon Trailhead. We stayed in Stewart Draw, missed some trails early on, crossed the lower drainage, or crossed the drainage a little lower than I needed to. But it is what it is. You know, you keep in mind all you're trying to do is skirt the draw or the drainage. You know, the direction said, or the beta said, you want to stay on generally the north side of the drainage, work your way up the drainage to the lake. Well, now we've re-encountered the trail, the horse trail, so you know, it is what it is. We stayed within the drainage and we figured it out. But the big thing to do, or the big thing to keep in mind in real mountain conditions like this, is just stay calm, work the problem, think about the solution. About to get on the East Ridge proper. It turns into a knife edge snow ridge and gets really good views of the Grand, the Middle, and the South Tetons. And this is going to be awesome. Really looking forward to this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the Alpine, if that's how you say it. Legit Teton Alpine right here. All right, I have to gain this ridge right here. I'm gonna go up this couloir here. Fairly dry, stable. And we'll gain this ridge.
All I ever met you is for sure the one I need. And I said to myself, you cannot wait and see.
You see the angle? Pushing about 40 degrees right here, maybe a little better. Alright, I have to go across this snowfield, 45, 50 degrees. This is one of those decision points that comes with being in mountains, real mountains. I have to go across that snowfield. I don't want to get too close to the rock because the rock's heating up. The rock can actually be what causes the slip. There is the snowfield. That is a cliff that I'll be right over the top of. This self-arrest. To have to self-arrest on that kind of slide with rock debris down below and a vertical rock band, probably, I don't know, 500-600 foot drop off down there. It's 8:45 and the temperature is rising quickly. So the ice right this second, it's pretty good. I'm getting good kick steps up here. But the trick is, it's not only about getting to the summit. I have to come back this way. And how fast is heating up, you have to take that in consideration for getting off this thing. All right, first view of the ridge. I have not topped it yet, but as you can see, Well, two things. I know we're not dealing with a cornice because we have vegetation and visible rock right here. And right here, in this right there, you can see that's folded back. And I've got to go right around here and up this face to get on the ridge proper. There's the summit of the Grand right there. Now, once again, notice that I'm looking at dry rock band right here. No danger of a cornice, no danger of walking out on a cornice. That is south, the South Teton. You can just see the tip of the Middle Teton, the Grand Teton, and Tewanot, and you cannot see Mount Owen right now. That is the Grand Teton. The Middle Teton, you can't really see the point of. This is the Southern Teton right here. And that's Tewanot over there, where I was a couple days ago. So I made it on the first rock band. I got to get across this little 20-foot section here to get onto this. I'm gonna get to the top of this on this rock. It's safe, solid, stable. Make it to the top of that, and I'll be able to see the summit block proper. And then I'll decide what's gonna happen after that. I got to be honest with you, right now my gut feeling is I'm going down. But we'll see. We'll see. It's getting soft. Giant cornice right here. You can see this curve, these rings. That was stacked in. It was wind blown in from that side, and also you can see this is that is the actual ground and rock surface running down into that draw on that side, into that coulee. So that is a giant cornice. Buck Mountain. I'm on the top of something to the right of it. Right on, man. There's a good rock scratch right in the lens. So I have one more snowfield to work on the way down. Just got off the main snowfield. That's probably 1,500 feet worth of dicey down right there. I was sinking up to my knees. Didn't really want to try to glissade, which is, you know, slide, because it's not in these conditions. And I got this little bit of wood line here to go, and then down to one more couloir, and then back to Stewart drainage or Stewart draw to get out. So I have to work this couloir right here out, back down into the valley where the two go together. So things happened. I ended up going to a point out further on the ridge. Buck was not in shape and I didn't need to be on it. Alright, I'm back down to the valley floor from my climb. So I'm gonna see if I can give you the rundown. This is, let's see. Here's the Grand, the Middle, the South Teton. That's Tewanot, right there. This is Buck, and this is point 10696. Now here's the trick. When I got up into this cirque right here this morning, I saw a couloir leading up, and by the beta he said just keep aiming right. Well, I was in the couloir, so it would have been right. Well, I ended up on the top of point 696, 10696, out into that snowfield right there, and I got out to the point thinking it was part of the east ridge of Buck. But the problem is there's a cliff, about a 500-foot cliff that drops off, and you can't have access to the ridge. So I summited something. It was point 10696. These are route finding in these types of mountains with real gullies and real canyons where you're looking at vertical walls all around you all the time, having to pick the right up and the way around it. It's pretty tricky. It's completely different than anything in Colorado, and they're not broad sloped mountains where you're you know, climbing broad sloped mountains being able to look around. You're in canyons having to find the way up and out of the canyon onto the snowfield, and usually climbing avalanche coulees, or, you know, avalanche runs and couloirs to get up to where you're headed. Well, that is where I ended up, looking at Buck Mountain across that chasm right there. It was pretty cool though. Good day of climbing, 4,300 feet of gain. Really, really awesome good time in Crampon, good time with Ice Axe. Snow was no bueno again, but I should have turned around probably, but I went to the summit of 10696 because it ended up being exposed rock, and I just kept aiming for the exposed rock.